hard-hitting rumors, and more. And don't forget to smash that bell for notifications, comment, and share. Are you a true wrestling fanatic? Become a channel member right now to show your support and send us super thanks in the comment section today.
We have unprecedented news breaking over the last several hours that has completely reset the board for both the main roster, I'm talking about Raw and SmackDown, as well as NXT as we head towards 2026. And the fix is absolutely in. We're going to get right into it. We're going to jump right into it without wasting any of your valuable time. But first, hit my intro.
Hello, wrestling fans! This is Sean's View Entertainment, the most dedicated and prolific WWE news source on the web. Subscribe now for hourly WWE breaking news, hard-hitting rumors, and more. And don't forget to smash that bell for notifications, comment, and share. Are you a true wrestling fanatic? Become a channel member right now to show your support and send us super thanks in the comment section today.
Now, in this particular video, viewers, we aren't talking about injury vacancies. We aren't talking about failed drug tests or contract disputes. No. It isn't going to be any of that. We are talking about a corporate mandate, viewers, fans, and subscribers. This is going to change the scene for a lot of different reasons, for a lot of different people. WWE could very well announce that due to the implementation of new rules and regulations slated for the 2026 calendar year, the current undisputed WWE champion and the current NXT Women's North American champion could very well be stripped of their respective titles, effective immediately. The belts very well could end up being vacant, the lineage broken, and the wrestling world could be absolutely furious or happy over this. Now, as we all know, the current reigning undisputed WWE champion is indeed Cody Rhodes. Now, we also know that unceremoniously, surprisingly botched, we have a brand new NXT North American Women's Champion, but it wasn't supposed to happen. It wasn't supposed to go down like that. Now, today, for the next 18 minutes, we are going to break down exactly what transpired, what happened, look specifically at the controversial finish on NXT this past week that triggered this domino effect, analyze the bizarre 2026 regulations, and figure out what happens next now that two top divisions have a no king or queen. Buckle up, this is going to be a bumpy ride. To understand how we got to the main rosters and the titles that could very well be vacated, the undisputed WWE title, we have to start at ground zero. NXT this past Tuesday night. If you watch this show, you know the main event saw a grueling defense of the NXT Women's North American title, and they went to war. It was a fantastic match. The crowd loved it. And on the surface, it looked like just another great night of NXT action. The champion raised the belt, the show went off the air, and everything seemed fine. But according to our sources, the chaos started the second that the red light on the cameras turned off. We all know that there was a botch. There was a blooper. We all know that the timing was off. We all know that the vibe was off. The positioning. Everything did not, all the stars did not align correctly in that women's match on NXT this past Tuesday night. And now the WWE is hitting the alert button. The emergency button has been set. It has been hit, viewers, fans, and subscribers. And there was immediate commotion at the gorilla position. Officials, producers, and even Shawn Michaels were reportedly in a heated discussion looking at the rule book and how if there's a botch or if there's a mistake or if there's something accidental, because at no way was the champion supposed to lose the championship. Why? Well, viewers, it all boils down to because how the match finished. Now, we're not digging into these new regulations that the WWE is teasing for 2026. It seems that the WWE is trying to standardize their officiating across all three brands, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and to make it feel more sports-centric under the TKO umbrella. And they found a technicality in Tuesday's main event on NXT. We are hearing reports about a new regulation. Let's call it the Regulation 14B for now. regarding definitive finishes in title matches involving secondary championships, secondary titles. Apparently, the specific way to the WWE NXT Women's North American Championship won the match, let's say it involved a specific type of leverage pin or a submission hold applied partly in the ropes that the referee missed, was flagged by the new oversight committee, or the referee counted the 1, 2, 3 when he wasn't supposed to count the 3, or the referee was out of position, or the count was too slow, or it was too fast. In the past, the referee's decision is final. Remember, the referee's decision is final. If you kick out, you kick out. If you don't kick out, well, then that's your problem. That's your issue. It's all part of the drama of professional wrestling going into 2026. But under these new 2026 guidelines, the new rules and regulations for the new year, and yes, we are going to get into Cody Rhodes as well, WWE is apparently utilizing a retroactive review process for championship matches. On Wednesday morning, the champion was informed that due to a non-regulation finish detected during the review, the title defense could very well end up being null and void. But instead of ordering a rematch, this new rule dictated an immediate vacating of the title to preserve the integrity of the new era. Now, this is how insane. Think about how insane this really is. The champion didn't cheat. The champion didn't get injured. They wrestled a match, won it, and then they lost, or could be stripped of the title some 48 hours later because of fine print in a rule book that hasn't even been fully published yet. Now, we also know that, again, it was a missed call, it was bad judgment, bad officiating, bad refereeing, a bad sight, a bad eye. A lot of different things went on during this thing. You can blame a lot of faults, but this has to go down as one of the most controversial things that has happened on WWE television in recent memory. But if you thought the damage was going to be continued to NXT, it was going to be contained to NXT, we are sorely mistaken. The NXT locker room was reportedly furious on behalf of now former champion. It sets a terrifying precedent that down in Orlando, if you can win a match and still lose your title the next day because of a committee in Stanford decided that the finish wasn't clean enough, or it was botched, or it was fixed, how can anyone feel secure as a champion in the WWE? Well, this is where it's going to escalate big time, because now we can bring in the undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes. What is going to be the rules? What is going to be the manipulation? Perhaps what's going to be the castration of that? While the news broke about NXT, the internet started buzzing. If they could do this to a mid-card title on the developmental brand, what about the main roster? What about Monday Night Raw on Netflix? What about Friday Night SmackDown on the USA Network? And sure enough, the second shoe dropped. WWE issued a statement confirming that the undisputed WWE title, the richest prize in the industry, the title held by such greats as Bruno Sammartino, the late great Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena, Randy Orton. The list goes on and on of great WWE title performers, could also become vacant. But for another reason, for a whole nother reason. Not because of the rule book, not because of the changes, not because of anything that you may suspect, because Cody Rhodes did something he wasn't supposed to do. He broke and entered. He invaded Drew McIntyre's home, and now there needs to be repercussions. There needs to be fallout. There needs to be backlash to Cody Rhodes and the undisputed WWE title. However, WWE could very well, and sure enough, again, the shoe dropped, WWE could issue a statement. Now you got the NXT situation was about a specific match finish. The Undisputed Championship situation is different and honestly much more confusing. Because if it wasn't for Cody Rhodes breaking in, if it wasn't for Cody Rhodes invading the house of Drew McIntyre, now we have this to contemplate. This appears to be tied to a separate clause in these upcoming 2026 regulations regarding mandatory defense schedules and brand unification protocols. Is the WWE finally going to bring back the 30-day rule? Or is it going to be enhanced to 60 days, where if you don't defend your championship, if you don't defend your title, if you don't defend the strap within 30 to 60 days, you may lose the title. You have to vacate the title. You could be stripped of the championship. Now let's define undisputed. For a long time now, the term has been used loosely. Sometimes it means holding two physical belts. Sometimes it's one singular belt representing both brands. According to sources, the new 2026 rules are demanding a hard reset on what undisputed really means. The directive seems to be that going into the new year, WWE wants a clean slate with singular champions for each brand, doing away with the floating undisputed concept entirely. They want a WWE champion on one show and a World Heavyweight champion on the other, period. The current undisputed champion, though, no fault of their own, was caught in the crossfire of this corporate restructuring. Now, instead of having the champion lose one of the titles in a match or simply handing them a new belt and retiring the old ones, WWE has opted for the nuclear option. They stripped the champion entirely, an inability to conform to the 2026 brand separation mandate. This is mind-boggling booking. You have the top guy in the company, the face of the brand, unceremoniously fired as champion via a press release. Imagine the heat that is generating backstage. The champion carried the company on their back, sold out arenas, moved merchandise, and they are losing their historic reign potentially because corporate wanted to reorganize the spreadsheet. It devalues the title. It devalues the person holding it. And it begs the question, viewers, fans, and subscribers, it begs the question, why now? Why couldn't they wait until WrestleMania? Why couldn't they book a ladder match to split the titles? Why the sudden, jarring urgency to strip belts off TV? This brings us to the why. What are these 2026 rules, and why is WWE being so aggressive with them? Well, we have to look at the corporate structure. We are deep into the TKO era now, the WWE Raw Netflix era. We know that Endeavor, the parent company of UFC, likes things structured. They like clarity. They like sports-like presentation. The vagueness of pro wrestling, the money finishes, the floating champions who appear on whatever show they want, that doesn't fly in a rigid corporate sports structure. These 2026 rules feel like an attempt to finally scrub away the last remains of Vince McMahon's era of booking on the fly. They want a rule book that is black and white. If a finish isn't clean in NXT, strip the title. If a champion status confuses the brand split, strip the title. It is ruthless efficiency over storytelling. The problem is, wrestling is storytelling. Wrestling is emotion. When you strip titles off screen, you rob the fans of the emotion of a title change, a title swap. You rob the champion of the respect of losing in the ring. We are hearing rumors that these new rules also include things like strict time limits on matches, mandatory weigh-ins that could disqualify champions if they miss weight, and a 3 strikes policy for disqualifications leading to suspensions. It sounds like they are trying to turn WWE into a legitimate sports league overnight, and the first casualty of this war is going to be the NXT Women's North American title and the undisputed WWE Championship, according to those that know. Now, of course, none of this may happen. All plans can change on the fly. The WWE can absolutely pivot, as we know. Now, the locker room morale is reportedly shaky right now. Talent confused. If you can't trust winning a match means you're actually the winner, what are we doing here? Again, if you can't trust that winning a match means you're actually the winner, again, what are we doing here? WWE has effectively pressed the giant reset button on their 2 most important shows, creating an artificial chaos under the guise of new regulations, viewers. So here we stand, a landscape completely changed in the span of 72 hours, 48 hours. We could very well be without no undisputed WWE champion. We could have no NXT Women's North American champion, okay? WWE has promised announcements on both Raw and NXT next week regarding tournaments to crown new champions potentially and maybe if they go all the way with this plan, ensuring that the new title holders are fully compliant with the new 2026 regulations. Now, this is going to dominate the headlines for weeks. Who steps up? Do the former champions get automatic entries into the finals? Do they refuse to participate out of protest? This is a massive gamble by WWE if this all happens. They have sacrificed the present reign of 2 top stars for the sake of a future rulebook. I need to know what you guys think in the comments section below. Is this a brilliant move to create buzz and reset the divisions for the new year? Or is this the most disrespectful way to treat your champion, hiding behind corporate regulations to strip them of the hard-earned gold? And who do you want to see win the vacant titles if they do indeed become vacant? Should the former champs get them back, or is it time for new blood in World Wrestling Entertainment? I want you to drop your thoughts below. This story is developing rapidly. It could change again. Again, the WWE can change. They can adapt. They can pivot. And as soon as we get more details on this insane 2026 rulebook for WWE going into the new year, I will bring them straight to you right here on The Brash and the Brazen. Don't forget, though, viewers, like the video, become a channel member, hype up the video, and donate, guys. So important that you donate, whether it be $1, $5, $10. It's called a super thanks donation. You can donate with a credit card down below in the comment section of this here very video. And subscribe so you don't miss the updates on the Total Chaos and all things WWE news, rumors, and headlines, all the developments going on backstage in the WWE. Why? Because quite frankly, if it weren't for you, there would be no Sean's View. We come through when it absolutely matters most. Dusk to dusk. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see WWE stripping the undisputed title? Is it going to go down? Is it going to transpire? Is it actually going to happen? Is the WWE going to go all the way with this? Or is this just, as Cody Rhodes' old theme song used to say, smoke and mirrors? Is this just a way to drum up the internet? Is this a way to ruffle the feathers, so to speak? Well, if you want to talk about changing the dynamics, if you want to talk about ruffling feathers, you are not going to want to miss the next update, the next video, the next headline that I am working on for each and every one of you. Because SeanzViewEnt says the proof is in the damn pudding. And believe me, it is all gravy here on Sean's View Entertainment. Now, we have a little bit of an extra. We have a little bit of a bonus. We have a little bit of an exclusive to bring to you. Bonus material right here at the end of this very video. Because according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, there is a chance that WWE SmackDown, now that we know it is going to go to 3 hours, okay, there is a chance that a major change will also be coming to the blue brand of SmackDown on the USA Network. And this change is going to be something that way, quite frankly, you didn't see coming. Click the bell and subscribe because there is plenty more to look forward to as we work around the clock for the viewers, the fans, and the subscribers. And as you know, if it's not brash, well then it's never ever going to last. Later.